Today, I wish to share with you a guided meditation that will so beautifully distill Ramana Maharshi's entire main teaching and practice into its bare essence. So I ask you to watch today's video not while you're doing something else or while driving or eating, but rather give it the attention that it deserves. Allow yourself to watch today's guided meditation with your eyes closed. So just listen in to the words and allow them to do the job. Because if you do, you will really begin to understand this teaching and it will transform your entire understanding. So without further ado, here it goes. What we might be covering today may be subtle for you, maybe something that, maybe you haven't practiced before. And many of you have practiced this. But regardless of that, let go of your past experience with this pointer. And if you're totally brand new to it, let go of your fear about it. It's okay. It's okay if it's subtle. It's okay if you don't fully understand it. But something that I'll ask of you today that I usually don't ask of you is that don't question the pointer at all. Almost like take it as this is truthful and this is leading me to the right direction. Just for today, just for this session, don't question, don't doubt at all. Fully accept, like a naive little child. Just for the duration of this session. And then afterwards, you can doubt all you want. So the principle that we will be abiding by today is the fact that any object you're aware of points back to you as the knower of it. I will say that again. Any object that you're aware of, physical or subtle, points to you as the knower of it. Again, today you're not even questioning this. You're just taking it to be true, just for the duration of this session. And for the duration of today's session, we will not be interested in the known, but only the knower. So first, let's begin with your eyes closed. And automatically, what you call physical objects are taken away. They are no longer there. The moment you close your eyes, the physical world disappears. In direct experience, now all that remains are sensations, sounds, thoughts, you can say feelings, but we can even put them in the same boat as sensations. Just by the simple act of closing your eyes, the objects you're aware of now are subtler, not as tangible. So the sound of my voice, the thoughts, the sensations of your body, the feelings, perhaps. All of these objects are many, many objects, but the knower of them is one, you. Acknowledge this fact that I am the knower of my experience. Don't worry about what this knower is, who it is. Is it the same knower as somebody in somebody else's experience? Forget all of that right now. No time for philosophy. No time for questioning. No time for doubting. And this, what I'm calling a fact, is a fact because it is very easily identifiable that you are the knower of your experience. This is not news to you. So for the duration of today's session, you're being invited to not be so addicted to, interested by what you know, but rather simply acknowledging the fact of your knowing. Instead of being interested in what you see, what you know, be interested in the awareness of it and the knowing of it. Acknowledge the fact, the wordless, the thoughtless fact, I am aware. When a thought arises and it says, I can't do this, or I don't know what this entails, care not for the story that it is talking about, which is, I don't know what this is. Acknowledge that a thought arising is also an object you are aware of. Care not about the object, care only about the fact of your knowing of it. Are you not the knower of the thought? Revel in that acknowledgement rather than pursuing the thought. The sound of my voice, the thoughts interpreting what I am saying, the sensations, they are all arising and passing. And you are the knower of their arising and passing. For the duration of today's session, care not for what is arising and passing, but instead care for, care about that which knows their arising and passing, the knower of their arising and passing. In the simple acknowledgement, I am aware. Wordless, thoughtless acknowledgement, I am aware. The thought that arises and says, this is hard, this is too hard for me, or this is too subtle, is also simply a thought that arises spontaneously without your choosing. It is not you. It points to you as the knower of it arising and passing. Care not for it. Care only to acknowledge that you are the knower. Use every thought that arises to acknowledge the fact that you are the knower. If you're finding this difficult, do not become frustrated. Always remember, a wise person does not get frustrated. Acknowledge instead that the frustration that is arising in the form of perhaps a thought or a feeling It's also a passing, a changing experience that you are the knower of. Let the frustration arise. It is not you or yours. Acknowledge instead the fact that you are aware of it. Revel in the wordless, thoughtless acknowledgement. I am aware. The mind is a changeful experience. The body is a changeful experience. The world is a changeful experience to which you are the knower, the unchanging knower of all change, to whom you always refer to as I. No matter how much the world has changed as you've been growing up, no matter how much the body has changed, the mind has changed, the thoughts, the feelings, the personality, the belief systems, the self image, all of these are changeful experiences. But no matter how much they have changed, you continue to refer to yourself as I. You continue to refer to yourself as a changeless thing. But we attribute this changeless essence to things that change. This is the cause of suffering. The only way to truly find yourself back is meditation. The express way is exactly what we are doing today. Returning to the simple fact that despite what arises, whatever object I am aware of, it only points to me as the changeless knower of it. Instead of being so interested in the object being perceived, being known, instead of being so interested in pursuing what I know, here and now in this moment, acknowledge the very knowing, acknowledge wordlessly, thoughtlessly, I am aware. The only changeless fact of your entire changeful experience is I am aware. If you're thinking about what is aware, you've already lost the point. For the thoughts that arise that are thinking about what is aware are something that you are aware of, arising and passing. Acknowledge simply and only the awareness of them. Revel in the fact, the wordless and thoughtless acknowledgement of being aware. Okay. You can open your eyes when ready. So just want to discuss a few things about this practice that will help you. When you are doing self-inquiry, when you are doing this practice, let go of your need to try to make something happen. Let go of your need to try to get somewhere, you know. It's funny because when you come to this subtlety of meditation, the only way to get anywhere spiritually is to relinquish the need to get anywhere spiritually. The only way to make progress in self inquiry is actually to return to the place of changeless awareness. And the rest is surrendered. You know, life will decide what to do with you in regards to at least your spiritual practice and understanding. Now, a few obstacles that I wish to discuss about this practice. The greatest obstacle will always be a lack of consistency and devotion. And you'll hear me say this all the time, again and again, again and again, because I have to keep up with your mind. You know, your mind will continue to convince you how you don't need to be consistent again and again. So I must once again be as persistent, if not more than your mind, to keep emphasizing the importance of consistency and devotion. Without consistent practice and devotion to this, without submitting to the pointer itself, if you're trying to conquer the pointer through your mental pride, through your thoughts, it will not yield. It requires your humility. It requires you to go below the pointer, take the pointer to be higher than what you are, and submit to it. Practice it despite what your mind wants to practice. And as long as you stay consistent with that, it will yield. You will make progress. Another obstacle, doubt or fear. They are poisons of the mind. They are the poisons of your spiritual practice. They will totally ruin your spiritual practice. Your mind will continue to want spiritual progress, but it will also continue to doubt. As long as you continue to doubt, it's almost like you're trying to accelerate the car, but you're also stepping on the brake. It's going to be it's just going to grind all the way through. It's not going to be smooth. So that is why I invite you to, at least in the moments of practice, you have no care about your doubts, you know. Sometimes we feel fearful when we come across spiritual teachings and someone is asking us, like, let go of doubt, because somehow we feel like we are entitled to doubt and that we should doubt everything. Um, in certain cases, I'm sure that's relevant, but I will just say, and this is something that I've just observed from my own personal experience and also things that I have read. Um, Here, all that works is surrender. All that works is letting go of the need to be safe, letting go of the need to not be misled. You know, I mean, like we all don't want to be misled. And so the pointer comes into our life, and we're trying to do our best to first confirm if this is true, and then we practice. And we're doing that through our mental process of thinking, which is just all pollution from the past. So I will just, it's just a recommendation and an invitation to surrender your doubt, your fear. You need only trust in the beginning, because as you grow subtler in this practice, you grow a greater discernment between what is true and what is false. You'll no longer need to go try hard to discern between what is truthful and what is false. That intuition, that subtler intelligence can only grow through meditation. It's quite paradoxical. It's almost like we must first give up our pride in order to gain the fruits of meditation, which further help us in our journey. So, yes, doubt and fear are total poisons of the mind, not even in spiritual practice, but also even in regular life. So, just be free of them, let it go, have no interest. That is the way to let go of these things. You don't need to fight them, you just have to let go of your interest in them. The moment you let go of your interest in them, sure, you'll be in the unknown for a while and you'll feel maybe a little unbalanced and unsafe. But as you trust and surrender, proper understanding will come. Life will take care of you. Now, another obstacle would be an immoral life. If you are if you are always causing others harm, if you're always like acting in a way that is creating misery for yourself and others, if you're spreading misery, your mind will never be in a state which you need for this subtlety of meditation. Of course, you'll be able to practice object focused meditation. That'll even be still hard. You won't be able to concentrate the mind because a mind, like when we are engaging in such activities where we're creating harm for ourselves and others, misery for ourselves and others, the mind will always be restless. You can notice this. So if a mind that is restless, a restless mind will only create obstacle to meditation. Then it just becomes all about like controlling the mind rather than actually going deeper into these things, because our battle is not with the mind is nothing, it's there. It's not a problem, but it becomes a problem when we are engaging in things that harm ourselves and others. Yes, so those are the three obstacles that I will share. I'm sure there are a little some more, but I will share these so that we can actually focus on these three. So lack of consistency, just simple fix: be consistent, be devoted. Doubt and fear, total poisons. Recognize this and let them go. You've seen how these poison your life and your spiritual practice, so just let them go. They're not protecting you at all. It's a false protection. And third, no more harming yourself and others. No more misery for yourself and others. Stop spreading your misery. Start to resolve your misery within through our practice. I hope that video, that teaching resonated with you. If it did, please let me know in the comment section below. I just want to let you know that if these teachings really resonate with you, I have so many free resources that are available that will help you go deeper into this, that will help you create a consistent practice out of this and dissolve mind identification. So please feel free to check the description box of this video for those resources. Along with that, if you're looking for personal guidance, personal help, along with the support of a community, learn more about my School of Awakening. I'll also link that down below, but it's an incredible journey, a meditation journey in which I help you dissolve mind identification and become free from suffering your experience. You will learn to wake up to who you truly are prior to what you appear to be, prior to your personal self. It is an incredible journey. If that interests you and it's something that you're looking for support with, learn more in the description box below. That is all from me for today. I'll see you next time.